All right, this time at the quick speed shop. Uh-oh, what's going on? My Dodge truck frame's got a big hole cut in the side of it. Don't worry, I've got the cure to that. If you want to see some rust repair, Dodge truck frame edition. Bam, I'm going to start right now. I'm Josh, it's the quick speed shop. Today, doing Dodge stuff. I'm working on the frame. Still trying to get this thing ready to go to the sandblaster. And off camera, I've done a lot of taking some bracketry and stuff off. Let me show you what's going on here. This frame had a bunch of rust behind brackets here. This is a factory cross member. Here's the cab mount. So this is right behind the cab. The cab would end here. This is just under the front of the box. And you see these rivets. It's riveted in. And there's some rust, not under this one, but the further one back, there is rust between here and there. So I've taken the one that went out here and taken that out. I've also taken the gas tank mounting piece off. You can see there is some rust here under this. So when I get the sandblasted, I've just went and I bolted this back up on a spacer above the frame. So the sandblaster can still sandblast under here, sandblast all this, and then it'll sandblast in the frame where it bolts on. And then I'll bolt this back in underneath the frame where it goes. The same thing with the rear cross member here that I removed, drilled all the rivets out, knocked them out. So this cross member goes here, and you can see how wavy this is. This used to be flat and it had rusted and expanded. The rust had expanded and bent that metal. So I knocked this out. I still got to knock the rivets out of this, but I'm gonna, same thing, I'm gonna bolt this up in the air where it goes so it can get sandblasted all underneath the frame. Then I will bolt it back in. And also on the bottom, you see this one is where the spring hangers go, and these brackets are both rusted off. So I'm gonna drill these rivets out, take these off. I'll make some new pieces when I put it back in, but I want the maximum amount of sandblasting to occur in the rusted areas, so that's why I removed this bracketry and this cross member. I've also removed all the spring hangers and anything that was bolted to the frame. You can see back here, I've got new spring hangers for the back. You can see over here, look at the heavy pitting around this where the hanger was with the rust. So, and it's also thin here. So when I get the sandblasted, I'll blast all this up. I'll take my welder, I'll weld all this back in and then grind it smooth. And I might even plate over this because this is thin in the middle, with like 14 gauge sheet metal or something, just to thicken it up a little bit. But right now, I'm doing some frame repairs before the sandblasting. Up here, there was a box mount on both sides that rotted out, and the frame is pretty thin right in here, and right here it's worse on the other side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a chunk out of the top of the frame here, and I'm going to replace it with a new piece of steel. So I've ground the rivet heads off, I knocked the rivets down. They're stuck in this cross member here. When I'm going to cut this piece off at the chalk lines I made, and then get the rivets out, weld a new piece in, and then just bolt it together. So after I do that, we're going to come over to the frame. This is the driver's side. This is where the gas tank sat in here, and it was full of garbage up here, so it rotted the frame out. If you look, super pitted. You actually got a hole. You can see the light there. So I'm going to replace this frame rail from about here to here-ish with a new piece of steel. I've got a piece of angle iron over here. It's the same thickness. And I'm going to pie cut it and bend it and make this curve, and it'll come up here past the heavy pitting, and I'll weld it back in flush on the outside, replace all this bottom channel that's real thin, and then it's still got some heavy pitting on the inside up here, but it's a lot thicker. Because of this area from the cab back to the front spring hanger is a lot of stress. This is where the truck could bend when you put a lot of weight on the back of it. I'm going to actually take some 3x3 angle iron, grind this all smooth. This will be sandblasted. It's a little thin here, not a little bit, but not a lot, but just there was something welded here and it made it a little thin. I'm going to plate over the outside of the frame from spring hanger to cab mount on both sides and reinforce it with some like 3/16 angle on the bottom, just to add a little reinforcement, because that's where the truck could bend, you know, if it was weak here, which it is a little compromised. That side's a lot better on that side because it didn't have the fuel tank on it. Still going to reinforce both sides. I'm going to do that after I get the frame sandblasted, so this will be all clean metal and I can weld on there. But I do want to replace this bottom section here now. You can see it's rotted right through at the hole for the spring hanger bolt. So I'm just about ready to get it blasted. Once I do these repairs today, the thing will be everything will be unbolted off it. I'll bolt the cross members on spacers, like I said, back up in the air, get it ready to blast. I got a few loose pieces to go with it, like the spring hangers for the rear end, the shock mounts for the front end. I got a couple other loose pieces. I'll take it all, get it sandblasted, bring it back, and then paint it with Eastwood rust encapsulator, all black, matte black, and then we can start reassembling it with new spring hangers, new springs, put the cross members back in, and have a good platform to build off of. So we'll start with these pieces back here in the back. Alright, now that I got the spots cut out here, I went and I cut down my steel, and you can see I've primered it here and here with some heavily rusted metal primer, just to have a little protection between two pieces. And if you can see, I've ground a bevel on the edge of the metal, so I can get good penetration. This is pretty thick, it's 3/16-ish, about there. But this piece is just going to go like this, and I'll lay right in here. I'm just going to clamp it both sides, flush with the frame with a couple of clamps, and then just go ahead and burn it in. And then I'll bolt some 3/8 grade 8 bolts through it to hold this cross member back in place. So I've only made this one side, but we'll clamp her into place here. It fits good. Another clamp. Lost it already. Come on, man. First day on the job. Where is the other clamp? Clamposis. Dang it. Well, these clamps will hold the metal flush with each other. Perfect. And I've got a nice, I also V'd the frame, so I got a nice groove to fill this in really nice to weld. But this will make a really nice repair, then we'll bolt it back in here like I said, and it'll be fine. Super strong, ready to go, better than the thin crap that was here before. There we go, that tacked in real nice, and you can see it's nice and straight with the frame. The frame starts to kick up right here, so I just went right on the flat. But that'll make a perfect repair. It'll burn in nice, and then I'll just grind it smooth. That's why I V'd it, so there'll be plenty of penetration, that's what she said, to fill the weld in, and then still grind it smooth to match the original rolled edge of the frame. So this will be a really nice, good repair. I think one of the box mounts was here, that's why it rotted out. It was under the box, but this is a box mount here, and then there'll be another one here. And when I'm going to put an insert dump box on the frame of this truck. There's not going to be a bed. It's just going to be the insert dump box is going to be the bed of the truck. But I'm going to have 4 cross members going across, like 2x4 channel iron cross members. They'll bolt here, one will bolt here, and then 2 in the front. And then the dump box will bolt on that, and it'll be super strong. There'll be a lot of steel back here. But I wanted to get the thin spots repaired. So I'll go ahead and cut the one out for the other side, and then we'll get these burned in. Let's take a look here, see how it came out. Bam, not too bad. Ground most of it's not like metal finished or anything, it doesn't matter. This is just a frame, but there's still plenty of weld in the, because I beveled it all the way around here and I got it ground down close enough See, there's pits and stuff here. But a couple grade 8 3/8 bolts bolt the crossmember back together. This is a good repair both sides. Okay, over here on the driver's side of the frame, I think I got a plan. I changed my mind a little bit. I was just going to use a piece of 2-inch angle iron and pie cut it and try and make this all in one piece. But the angle iron's got a really sharp edge that won't match this frame rail. And I got looking at the pits, and it's actually pitted up at about 2.5 inches on the back side here. So what I want to do is make a whole new frame side here. You can see the line drawn on the frame. I got another piece of plate here. And what I'm going to do is cut this plate into the side, replace the side of the frame with that, and then I'm going to put a new piece on the bottom. And to get this rolled edge here, where it's rolled kind of round, I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap. The plates aren't going to like come together at a point. They're going to be held back a little bit. And I'll either be able to make the roll by flowing the weld in the backside and building the weld up, or I might put a piece of round rod, like 1/8 inch round rod, in between the plates and a weld over the top of it, and then be able to grind, you know, basically make a thick edge and then be able to grind it and roll it off to make it match. It's only going to be visible like from here to the spring hanger. Up here in the front, it's going to be my reinforcement plate that's going to go over the bottoms and to cover it. So it'll tie into that. And then the spring hanger here is going to tie into the piece with 2 bolts up here and 2 bolts in the new piece of steel. So it's going to have some overlap action. We tied in there good. This is kind of a somewhat critical area. And then the cross member goes back in here. When I get the cross member, when I get it blasted, the cross member goes back in, and that will tie down into this bottom section here with the bracket. So this is a good spot. You know, it's going to have multiple action. So I've already cut my piece out, rolled the edges over with the grinder, and I'm about ready to cut the frame. I leveled it up, actually leveled the frame perfectly, and I've got it blocked up here and blocked up back here, so there shouldn't be any weight on this section. They shouldn't deflect. There's still a lot of meat here, but I just wanted to be better safe than sorry. So I'm going to go ahead and saw this chunk out here, and I'm just going to cut it along the bottom randomly to get this piece free, and then I'll tack this piece in first, get it all flush and square and tacked in, and then make the bottom piece and get it welded and make this edge and all that. And then that should do all the rust repair that I got to do before the sandblasting. Oh no, now there's a big hole in the frame. What happened? Well, as you can see, look how nasty that bottom piece is. So I got her cut out. Here is the piece that's going to go in here. I'm going to clamp it in place. I'm just going to brighten up the edges around here, and then clamp it in place and get it tacked. Tack it a bunch of places all the way around here. Get her all tacked in, and then I can tackle cutting this bottom piece out, and I'm going to have to form it. It's got the kick up, form it in there. I need both hands, so I got to set you guys down, but let me, I'll get it in here and get it tacked, and then we'll work on this bottom piece. Bam, check this out. Got the inside mostly fabbed. I'm letting the frame cool down just a little bit, but I went and I bent this piece up. You can see it's a little short. I got to weld a little piece of 1/4 inch rod in there, fill that up. But this is also going to be gusseted on the bottom with my piece I'm going to put on the outside way back in about here, so that's not going to matter. But it's fitting good. You can see the big gap, so I'm flowing that full of weld, and then I'm going to do the other side, then I can grind it away and make that round contour on the outside of the frame while it's still fully welded on the inside. I'm also welding the seam on the inside and the outside just to make sure I've got double penetration. I'll leave the weld probably unground on the inside, and I'll grind it, sand it smooth on the outside. So it'll be a little extra action. But this looks good. Obviously you can see this is too wide. I didn't have a piece of 2-inch flat stock. So I just bent the 3-inch up, and I'm going to zing off the outside inch. The cross member also ties right in here with a gusset off this. So I'm just going to finish welding it all up and get it ground down smooth. You probably don't need to, you're probably tired of watching grinding and welding in this video, but I'm going to finish it all up, let it cool down a little bit as I go, and then I'll show you what it looks like all finished up. Man, well, that was a long day of fabbing and cutting and grinding and welding. Let's take a look. I got it all ground down here. It looks pretty good. So let's look right now. Bam, here we go. Woo! Nice. So it's not perfect like a 100-point restoration, but it's way more than good enough for this truck with all the other pits and sins in the frame. But we got the patch in there, nice and solid. You see what I did down here. I welded up. There's a few pits that didn't get filled with weld, but it's fine. The whole rest of the frame's pitted. But it's double welded here on the seam, and I was able to blend it nice so it kind of matches the frame. Welded front and back all the way around. Super, super beefy. Look at the inside. I trimmed this off so it's the same width all the way there. Now the frame is still thin over here, but when I add my 3x3 angle iron gusset, it'll come all the way back into about here and tie in. It'll double that up, and so I'm not worried about that at all. But this spot that had holes in it has been all replaced, so you got good weld down in through here. Good penetration all the way around. I didn't grind this weld. I'll just leave this as it is on the inside of the frame. But the outside, I've cleaned the outside up here. And then here, the spring hanger is going to go over this. So I got to drill a couple holes still. But the front spring hanger goes right like that, so it's on the new metal, actually old metal and new metal, so that will help tie everything together. But this is really beefed up this area that was all thin and rotted, rusted, and it's been repaired. Should be good to go for the life of the truck. So bam, that's a win for the day. Whew, I'm filthy. I had to go in and cleaned up. It's late, I'm starving. But we tackled the rust repair in this Dodge truck frame today and got her all kicked out and done, so I can send the thing off to the sandblaster. So I appreciate you watching. Next time we'll be doing something here. I don't know what it is. Probably putting the engine the rest of the way together, the painted Magnum engine. But whatever it is, you'll see it, bam, right here at the Quick Speed Shop. I'm a professional. Don't try this at home.